Welcome back, new tubers, into New Game here. Once again, back playing Fallout 76. Shit. I accidentally moved the desk that my mic stand is attached. Wow, I don't think I've ever stretched it out this far. I'm not sure if you can hear that in the background, and I really hope you can't. Anyway, we're starting off the video here. The last one is getting a bit long, plus there was noise in the background.
Was there anything I can take back to their families?
I found something.
Please,
Miles hits.
what did
Found
you
something.
find? Please, tell me. That was Rob's.
I found something.
Please, tell me. Here's a little something for...
Yeah, I actually stopped playing. I shut down the console after the end of the last video, like right, that's why I spawned here. Now, ooh, the Union, I'll be honest, didn't really care for the look of the helmet of the Union. But I think it's a set piece. I think you have to have all the pieces drawn for the set piece to work. A set of components to work. Of course, and I am bloody diseased. Oh shit, I'm not sure if did I record it? I'm pretty shit, was I recording it at the time? I got hit by fucking lightning. Well, the the red lightning came down and struck me like there, right there. Said I might as well just go through the front door. Go the way that I should have gone before. Follow the road. And now the dog's bloody barking. Revive disease, cure disease. Yeah, you know the pieces for the pelts, just like param, like the arms, legs, torso, whatever. They don't sell that very well. But the mods, yeah, you only get the mods when you Oh shit! I should have moved my legs. You only get the mod. You can't. Yeah, the mod you get from the from the Scorched Queen, Scorched Beast Queen is random. Now. Excuse me. Wow, I just had a weirdest feeling about something.
Calling mysterious stranger. Hello? Anyone there yet? Maybe I gave bad directions. Hello? Anybody?
Yeah. Hey.
Oh, wonderful. I was getting worried.
Oh, wait. Hey.
Ah, a voice! Oh, yes. I remember that voice. You're here! So, here's the situation. You need to get into the vault. I need to get out. This door isn't intended for easy access, so it'll require joint authorization from both sides to open. I'm on this side and authorized. You're on that side and not authorized. But no worries. I've got a plan. All of the Lost were once members of the Vault and should have authorization. You just need to get a hold of a hand and scan it. Easy peasy.
That's not the worst thing I've done.
That's right. Just a bit of post-mortem. Just scan the hand once you've got it. Time's a ticking. Anyway, I gotta...
That's not the worst thing I've done. Oh, it's probably going to be hard for me to find a hand since I've got bloody mess on. No? Okay, we're good. You know, I should have realized it was just going to be a standard item. Damn it, I was kind of hoping for an actual vault door, not a vault elevator. Oh, I found out, by the way, a week or so ago that the events of this update is actually connected to what happened at Fort Atlas about the experiment that was running there. Mm, it's interesting how everything's interconnected. At least to me it is. And wait, see that? It wouldn't let me collect the power armor. Huh.
Oh, good, you're here, and you're not lost, I assume. If you are, say so, because that would be a major breakthrough. I'm a bit too busy for that, but someone inside would be very happy to answer all of your questions. Anyway, I'm Hilda Stoltz. Hi. I'm head of the organic sector, which is exactly where I'm about to run off to. But don't worry, my Uncle Hugo is very eager to meet you, just down the hall, in the Overseer's office, as he is the Overseer. Oh, and I've disabled the two-step lock, so coming and going should be easier now. Anyway, like I said, Uncle
I don't know why you
Hugo,
couldn't have
down
done
the
that
hall.
before.
Toodaloo!
You for real? Okay. So that's secret door.
The new animals up there.
Willkommen. Bitte komm rein. My niece told me to expect you. And do not mind my appearance. I can assure you I mean no harm. Can the same be said of you, though, outsider? Do you intend to harm us?
It's like, it does kind of feel like I've been
My
pulled
niece
into a
can
trap.
be a bit forceful when she finds a carrot to chase. You have my word, though. You haven't chased your carrot into a trap. Where are my manners? I did not mean to be so standoffish. You are a most welcome guest here. I cannot be too careful. It has been a long time since we've spoken with anyone from the surface. Ah, fascinating. Is that the faint clicking of a Pip-Boy I hear? How grand. A colleague from another paradise below the ground. Vault 76, I take it? What a pleasant surprise.
Why does he go straight to Vault 76?
Oh, don't be silly. You certainly aren't from any of the others nearby. There's no need to be coy. I think we can both gather why I'd come to such a conclusion.
Because Vault 76 was a control vault.
Wunderbar.
Wunderbar.
Kismet
Wonderful.
even. We are having fun now, aren't we? Listen, my new friend. Regardless of what pretenses my dear niece may have brought you here with, I believe I can repay you for your effort. No catch. Just opportunity.
Here's the catch.
As you may have ventured to guess on your trip here, our beloved Shenandoah has seen better days. Less stormy days. I'm in the midst of trying to get this under control, but our vault is still in a bit of a state of shock. If you'd be willing to engage in a bit of freelance work, I'm sure I can provide plenty of payment in kind.
Vault 63 has lasted this long. No reason to think it won't keep lasting.
Ha! As they say, lies have short legs, no? Rest assured, you'll see this is quite the legitimate operation we have here. Perhaps I should introduce myself to assuage any hesitation you have. I am Hugo Stolz, overseer of Vault 63, yes, but also a principled man of business from the world of yore. Founder and CEO of Stolz Enterprises, respected member of Vault-Tech's board of directors, and overall international man of mystery. Allow me to formally welcome you to Vault 63 as our, let's say, outside consultant. Yes, that'll do perfectly.
We're the businessman.
Oh, please. No, I'm sure you have many questions. I would expect no less, but I promise your first task will help you answer much. Speak with our Chief of Security, James T. Oberlin, and fetch me his latest situation report. I'd like to have him vet you a bit before we proceed. I'm sure he'd be happy. So curious. I love your enthusiasm. I knew I was right about you. Go on, then.
You know, with a name like Stoltz, I should have realized he was German.
You should have arrived a few years back. The old vault sure was something. You know, before the accidents. Don't you be starting to change things up around here. We got a system, and it works, damn it.
No, this isn't actually a bad design for a vault. I mean, for overseer's office and surrounding area. Damn. Yeah, I've tried to make something like this in Fallout 4 and Vault 88. Trying to. Well, haven't had much success with anything else because of they had to update the game or the script extender, and I only recently got that because I was waiting for it to update on the dude's website. What do we have here?
What's up?
What's up? I like the cut of your jib.
Vault 63 has lasted this long. No reason to think it won't keep lasting.
Well, it's gonna last for maybe another 50 years, depending on how ghoulish you manage to keep yourself. Because eventually you're all gonna go feral. Eventually, if you're not careful. Oh,
It's a shame we don't have the workforce to spruce this place up a little. Anything I can look at for you today? Any signs of the condition?
Man, I like the floors.
Even with the stockpile from the supply runs. You know, before the storms.
Supplies are starting to
going out
dwindle
there?
a little. Even with the stockpile from the supply runs. You know, before the storm. A few years back.
Hey there.
The old vault sure was something. Need something before the
You know what I just realized?
You have
I don't think I've ever seen a
skin.
black ghoul.
It's unsettling. Are there many like us out there? You know, with the skin?
Oh yeah, there's plenty.
You should have arrived a few years back. The old vault sure was something.
Oh damn.
You know, before the accidents.
Yes, there's.
Need something?
Think about shrinking my vault in Fallout 4 too. Could always get some inspiration from other games.
Ah, the one from outside. How's the storm? Seeing someone do so much good around here.
I think I got struck by the lightning.
Been expecting you. James T. Oberlin, Chief of Security, Vault 63. Formerly United States Army. Ordinarily, an outsider would report directly to the security offices. But as you've seen, Mr. Stoltz isn't fond of ordinary. How exactly did you end up on our doorstep, outsider?
I could afford these things called the last and I caught Hilda's attention.
And you were able to dispose of them. Interesting. Must mean you have some combat training. That could be helpful. Well, considering I'm entirely lacking any sort of credentials or background on you, perhaps you can fill me in on your history.
I was a dweller in Vault 76.
At least you're honest. Mr. Stoltz buzzed me ahead of your arrival and filled me in on the situation. Sorry for the test, but wanted to see how you'd present yourself. I appreciate your attempt to take this seriously, but I won't say I don't have my doubts. Let's see how this plays out, though. Here's my status report for Mr. Stoltz. You're dismissed, unless you have other questions. Fine. It's only fair that you're briefed on our situation. 63's construction had fallen behind due to its lofty and ambitious size. This left our population exposed to extreme levels of radioactive fallout after the bombs fell. Those of us that survived the exposure ended up like this. But working with us so-called ghouls won't be a problem, will it?
Punch up, I want to see what's no.
Understood. Our former friends, family, neighbors. An accident some decade back led to their creation. Their condition is irreversible. Beyond that, I'll leave it to Mr. Stoltz's discretion. Just know, they will kill you on sight without mercy. Fine. We believe they possess the ability to channel electricity from the storm. Perhaps consider rubber gloves next time. Again, that is correct to a degree. Mr. Stoltz had been afflicted during the same accident that created the Lost. However, he retains his sanity and his ability to communicate. Well, retain sanity is perhaps a bit. Actually, I apologize. This isn't water cool. That's fine. Our facility houses a large-scale weather control device. Some decades ago, an accident rendered it inoperable. However, a recent event has led to its reactivation. With that, we have the storm, along with other unexpected outcomes. One of our top priorities is bringing it back under our control. A number. An earthquake for one. A series of unidentified electromagnetic events for another. When the earthquake hit and the storm took shape, we were informed of a surge of energy near the proper entrance to the vault, back up north. This likely resulted in the security door being propelled some great distance. Interesting. Were these different times, I'd be tempted to weaponize such a thing. Yes, significant damage to the tram tunnels that once connected the various research sectors of this vault. Additionally, damage to the manor grounds directly above have caused some structural integrity issues with the atrium. Perhaps most concerning, though, is the various exposed entrances to the vault spread throughout the region. This has led to an increase in the number of Lost now on the surface, which isn't good for anyone involved. Very well. Good. Is there a reason you're loitering in my office?
You should have arrived a few years back. The old vault sure was something. You know, before the accidents. Seeing someone do so much good around here. It's refreshing.
Oberlin Report S-487. Internal issues. As well as the concerns raised previously, there have been several new complaints that have been added to the list. We're doing what we can, but we're having to prioritize and we're spread thin. External issues. Scouts report the storm is growing. The eye of the storm seems to be above the manor. Land outside the manor seems to be severely damaged. Unsure if it's the storm or something else that caused it. Strange things are happening to the flora outside. The area around the manor is effectively a dead zone.
How's it going out there?
Areas nearby seem to be corrupted. Other issues. An alarm was tripped in one of the locked-off sections and was cut shortly after. Doesn't seem like it was the Lost that tripped it. Monitoring the situation. Oberlin, out.
That's nothing. Remember when... Excuse me.
There'd be sound if a tree fell with no wind.
What's up? Ah, the one from outside. How's the storm?
Right, Hugo. Keep it together. You are a Stolz. Act like it. Be proud. Ah, you've returned. Yes, that. Don't worry. Tell me, are we our brains? Yes, precisely. But is that not just scratching the surface? Consciousness, perception, encoding and the formation of memories. To take the observable world and sculpt from it a translation of ourselves, of others. And in the eyes of others, how many versions of us exist? Of course. I apologize. You have the spirit of an old friend about you. I forgot. I may have failed to mention this before, but I am or was blind. Born that way. After the incident that left me in this state, I became able to truly see the world. Well, perhaps it's more accurate to say, I feel the world. Pulses of electricity. Waves span this world I see. I share it with the lost. I live as they do, yet I remain myself. Perhaps more myself than I was before. But others were lost to it. And to us, well, I suppose we have been trying to learn why this connection was permanent.
You should have arrived a few years back.
A scientist, are you?
Was something.
Just like my Audrey and little Hilda. We are unsure of why, but we suspect that my condition may have mutated differently than others. Perhaps it was my proximity to...
I wonder how that happened.
All of this is to say we need your help, my friend. There are many problems at our feet, and you are uniquely equipped to help us. Do not sell yourself short. You are clearly... You're going to face a variety of challenges. Thank you. Let's discuss next step. Your new friend Oberlin can fill you in on one. Take a moment to relax and process. And once again, I can...
Supplies are starting to dwindle. Even with the stockpile from the supply runs. You know, before the storm.
You reckon that storm is gonna get worse or better? These jumpsuits don't leave much room for expression.
So, shall we begin? Excellent. As you've hoped, or rather the lack. In order to solve this error, we'll need to acquire the weather machine's blueprint.
There was a landslide around the mansion. I wonder how...
I've been known to be a bit creative with research. The safe can only be opened with a key. A key that my beloved wife Cassie has chosen to hide in a very secure location. So secure that only she knows where it is. This is problematic, as she has been unwell and unresponsive for quite some time. That said, she was a diligent... You should find them all in our room upstairs. With my condition as it is, I'm unable to do this myself.
I miss research, and science, and discoveries, and news. Screw it. I miss how it was before.
I'm concerned for my wife's privacy. While it means nothing to a stranger, I'd rather not have files go missing or...
I wonder how that happened.
I dare say I barely understand it myself. Since sad circumstances, alas, written text, paper, and term, discussing the boring details any further are for... There was another copy, but I don't even want to get started, to be honest. Intellectual property can be so tricky to keep locked away. Perhaps tracing down the problem is something we could look into another day. For today,
Supplies are starting to dwindle a little, even with the stockpile from the supply runs. You know, before...
you
the
will?
storms.
Best of luck.
What if we go back to the surface and nobody wants to know us because of our... You know...
Been a long time since we had a good community gathering. Been a long time since we had a good community gathering around here.
Make it quick. Your assignment does not require... You will find adequate sign. Perhaps later, if you... I've been spread thin dealing with surface-side security concerns. My more menial... I can tell you're equipped to handle much worse. But tackling some issues from my backlog would be of... There are 3 in particular who often bring up issues to me. There are 3 residents that have been complaining about a myriad of concerns. Margaret, Lawrence, and Julio. Your best bet is to track them down. They should have more than enough to keep you. In the meantime...
Been a long time since we had a good community
What
gathering
brings you
around
back
here.
in here? Seeing someone do
Need
something
something?
good around here. It's refreshing.
You should have arrived a few years back. The old vault sure was something. You know, before shaking a while back. Security said it was nothing to worry.
Oh, a stranger. What's a ghoul?
Is that what they're calling our condition outside? Those bastards.
That means this is a widespread condition, and not unique to us.
I suppose we do look ghoulish. Smooth skin? That's an interesting way of putting it.
Oh, I like that. Those smooth-skinned bastards.
If we make contact with the outside again, it wouldn't hurt to use their terminology.
Thanks for the intel.
Are there many
Is there anything else?
there? You know, with the skin? You reckon
Now, why...
Yeah, a real... Hey, Julio, get it?
It ruins the joke when you explain it,
we
Lawrence.
don't have the work
Is there anything else?
place up a little?
That we've spent far too long?
You said it, sister.
Is there anything else? Chief Oberlin's finally getting around. Yeah, there's a few things we've brought up before. Things like stream. People are scared to go check it out in case...
Oh, also, we have a huge rat problem in the storage room, as in, huge rats. Last time I was on a food run, something jumped right... Damn near took my arm with it, too.
And, someone should probably take care of Alfie.
Yeah... Alfie was one of us, but his condition got worse until he got us to lock him in his room. He's probably lost his mind. You didn't know him, though. Alfie was a good...
Remember when he skipped work because he wanted to find out if we could still get hangovers after the change?
I'm tired.
Yeah, I remember that. I had to take over his shift the next day, that bastard.
Barely fresh.
His apartment is in the lower levels. The key is still down there. Somewhere. Is there anything else? We're just guessing, to be honest. Hard to tell.
We've been hearing whispers and pops like... We also know what happens when you get too close. They'd kill us as soon as you'd squash a bug.
That's if they don't turn us into one of them first. There's too few of us left now to take a risk.
Is there anything else?
Surface said nobody wants to know us because...
Rad rats? We'll need to make a note of all these new terms outsiders use.
Since the earthquake, we've been experiencing more and more of the wasteland's wonders. And we're not exterminators.
They've been left like that for so long.
Is there anything else?
Vault 63
You can
has
get...
less of this.
There's also a... Good luck.
Reason to think it won't.
Good luck down there.
Don't you be starting to change things up around here. We got a system and it works, damn it!
Vault 63 has lasted this long. No reason to think it won't last.
And then I...
Welcome back. We're sorry that you had to be...
Yeah, it's good to know there are still people out.
Thanks. We could... Yeah. Thanks again for all...
Ah, the one from outside. How's the storm?
Don't you know starting any trouble around here?
So you'll be with us for a while. You're back. Well, with that out of the way, like dealing with the chaos. I don't suppose that those three had anything interesting to say.
No reason to think it won't keep lasting.
Looks like I may have to check in with our custodian Johnny later. Though I'd much rather people come to me than having to resort to... Still, it can be hard for people to know who... But enough about that, now that you've helped. First, your reward. I'll arrange for something from our armory. I'm sure I'll have...
Supplies are starting to dwindle a little, even with the stockpile from the supply runs. We felt the whole vault shaking a while back. Security said it was nothing. These jumpsuits don't leave much room for expression. Huh? What did you say? I miss research, and science, and discoveries, and news. Ah, screw it. I miss how it was before.
We should probably start planning Alfie's funeral.
Supplies are starting to dwindle a little, even with the stockpile from the supply runs. You know, before the storms.
It's safer down in the lower levels again, now that the infestation is taken care of.
Cool. Smooth skin. Rad roaches.
What if we go back to the surface and nobody wants to know us because of our... Vault 63 has been so this long. No reason.
Felt the whole vault shaking a while back. Security said it was nothing to worry
What the hell are you doing? What's that? Oh. I understand. I apologize. Truly. Of course she has the key herself. I should have known. Apologies for the confusion. I was born blind and lived that. However, as I've mentioned, an accident that I see the world in pulses. Wait, navigation is trivial for me now. I was able to the lost. I imagine that, needless to say, yes, very well. If you would excuse me, come find me.
We felt the whole vault shaking a while back. Security said it was nothing to worry about.
Tired of all the red tape and security checks.
Maybe I can dig up some information on the rest of Appalachia. Could prove useful. Now that you've proven yourself useful, the emergency alert in the organic sector has been triggered. As I understand it, the lab's head researcher, Hilda Stoltz, it would appear she's gotten herself into danger. It's good to have someone reliable to count on again. Now that you've proven the emergency, as I understand, it would appear she's got. Get to the lab, assess the situation, and ensure Hilda returns. She, and Mr. Stoltz for that matter, may believe her research takes priority over. With the tram tunnels collapsed, you should still be able to access organics from a cave nearby, used as a sort. If Hilda was able to make it there, be prepared for the.
That was a landslide in the mansion. I wonder how that happened. We got a system. And new animals.
Okay, I'm going to end the video here. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope to see you next one. Bye bye now.